Chosen vessels, what's the deal? Look, I understand it may be rough be trying to become successful because some people would rather you just be some bum on the couch sitting around not doing anything with your life. It's funny how people want you to do all these things and want you to go be great and want to go to college and all this stuff. But as soon as you bring it upon yourself to educate yourself, then you become a threat. You become an issue because you're learning what you want to learn so that way you can do what you want to do in life. And not everybody was smart enough to think about it like that. Some people, they went and studied something that had nothing to do with what they wanted to do in life. So when people come across you and you're self-educating yourself and you're doing more than the average bear, you're reading books on break at work instead of chopping it up and smoking a cigarette, okay? Instead of talking to your coworkers on break, you're reading. Instead of talking to your coworkers on break, you're studying, you're learning something. All right. Instead of watching TV, you're studying, you're learning. Instead of going out to the club, you're studying, you're learning. People wouldn't care if you sold drugs. They wouldn't care if you beat up people. Like honestly, I don't, man. I done seen people look like they would take a life, get treated better than me because I like education, because I like books, because I like reading and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to educate myself. Because I don't want to learn what everybody else is learning. I want to go study what I want to study and become and be able to profit off of that. I want to study what I want to study and get rich. You can't get rich just by going to college. You could be very wealthy by going to college, but why go to college if you want to educate yourself? Okay, it's certain things that you could teach yourself that you can't learn in school. Not everybody, if you study success like I do, I always study success because I knew that, I guess because I had parents as educators, I always knew that. I mean, just common sense too. I always knew that you have to know something to be successful. You have to study something. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to go to college, but what I will do is I'll educate myself. I don't want to waste my time going to school because I don't even know what I'm going to school for. But I do know what I want to do. So I could just learn that and then I could be successful with that. I could just basically bypass college and educate myself. Like you have to have some form of education. I always knew that. I always knew you had to have some form of education. It's a requirement. You have to have education. You have to educate yourself with something. Otherwise, you're just going to be, unless you're, getting money the fast way or using your hands or cutting lawns or however you get money, not knocking anyway, because I don't know anybody's situation. All I'm doing is giving you the Druuill situation. I educate myself. I'll research, I'll study, I'll use my time wisely so that way I could be what I want to be. Like, why go to college if you could use that same time and educate yourself? You could do it for free. You don't have to, I mean, you may have to buy some books. You won't have to do it for free, but you won't have to pay no college tuition. You won't have a massive amount of debt, and you'll be able to start a business, get you an LLC or whatever it may be. There's books out there that could teach you everything you need to know. All you have to do is crack it open. All you have to do is buy it, read it, and apply it. Okay? You have to apply it. Apply the information. That's all you do when you go to school. You pay somebody to teach you about some stuff you really don't want to learn. And you got to take all these other courses before you get to the course that you really want to get to. And don't knock. I'm not knocking it, but when I was looking at college curriculums and stuff like that, none of it had anything to do with what I wanted to do. I'm like, yo, can this stuff teach me how to get rich? I want to be rich. No. So what I did was I was like, if I learn how to do what I want to do, if